In this tutorial, you will learn how to create a scheduled firmware upgrade using the Viger ACS platform. After logging in, click on the device you would like to upgrade. Then click on System and Firmware Status. Make sure to take note of this information since you will use it later. Next, click on the Provisions box. Click on the General drop-down and Upload File. Here you can upload your firmware version. You can find the versions on the DrayTek website. After the firmware has been successfully uploaded, we will need to create a trigger for the router. Select Add Firmware Upgrade Trigger and set the trigger name as whatever you choose. Make sure the date type is under schedule. Our start date will be today. Set the check end day as yes. And we'll set the end date to the 31st. Now make sure to save your settings before proceeding to the next step. Click on the Firmware Upgrade drop-down, followed by the Upgrade setting. Click Add Firmware Upgrade. Here you will need to refer to the firmware status information since your numbers will be different from mine. Also, make sure the software version and the firmware file correspond to the one you've recently uploaded. Now select the trigger name you've just created from the drop-down list and enable the status. Save your settings and proceed to the include list. Make sure to set the provision name as the router you are currently using. Make sure to find your router and click Yes for select device. After saving your settings, we will proceed to the log. Under the Device Action drop-down, click File Transfer Log, and we will select Root Group as our user group. Here, we will be able to see if our firmware upgrade was successful. Please note this may take a few minutes. Eventually, your device will appear in the list, and the status will change from processing to success. Congratulations, you've successfully scheduled your firmware upgrade.